Citizens of the world, welcome back to Humankind, and we're here with essentially a release version of the game. It is a preview code that was provided by Amplitude Studios. I am, of course, in the game, as we have been, and today we're going to check out the game in what is pretty much finished, quote unquote. Of course, these games, you remember the release of any 4X strategy game, it tends to have a rough start. Balancing issues, some bugs, blah blah blah. Things need to be worked on. But for the most part, this should be representative of humankind in its final form. Well, I don't know. There's never really a final form for games anymore. But anyway, here it is. Humankind. I'm in it. I have another video going over the avatar creation, personality, AI stuff. There's things in here. Under the community, there's... Look how many characters there are. There is me there. I'm a loyal militarist introvert. Sounds about right. And I'm a braggart. There's a map editor. Mods are supposed to be a thing. Steam Workshop is supposed to be integrated. A Twitch extension. But right now, these things are sort of... The map editor works. The Twitch extension and mods, not quite yet. The encyclopedia, the Humankind Encyclopedia is now in. And good. What else is new? New game. Map creation. We are no longer fixed on a static map. There is map generation. Look at that. We've got a number of competitors. It goes up to 10. Do we want to go up to 10? Okay, let's go up to 10. It can be multiplayer. Multiplayer is in. Did they use my voice for my avatar? They want to, but I'm in Malaysia and all recording studios are closed due to a lockdown. They tried to get me in one, but it's not a good time. I will be traveling soon, and in the future, I hopefully will be able to voice my character. It's just circumstances, you know? World generation, tiny, small, normal, large, huge. It does tell you the number of hexagons. Tiny is 60 by 35, with a maximum of 6 players and 4 continents. Small is 85 by 50. The number of different luxury resource types will be limited to 10. Okay, there's some interesting limits here I didn't realize before. Normal is 95 by 55 hexes. Number of different luxury types will be limited to 13. So this tiny is limiting continents and luxuries to 6. Sorry, luxuries to 6, not players to 6. Luxuries to 6, luxuries to 10, luxuries to 13. Large is 130 by 75 hexes. Luxury is limited to 17. Huge is for 10 players. Roughly 150 by 88 hexes. All of the luxury resource types will be available. Let's pick huge. Let's pick huge. World shape. Pangea. Large Pangea. Few continents. No ocean. 2 continents, 4 continents, or random. There's also custom, which allows you to do all of this. So if I just, for example, pick Pangea. Okay, it doesn't change this stuff. Custom does say intended for advanced players who'd like to use additional options to customize map generation. So there's continent shapes, regular, average, chaotic. Highly deformed continents on chaotic. Coastlines are jagged or smooth. Changes in altitude abrupt or gradual. Okay, let's try chaotic. A chaotic continent. Climate can be hot, hot and dry, hot and wet, cold, cold and dry, cold and wet, dry, wet, standard. Now let's leave that at standard. It'll get us the most sort of stuff. Land percentage up to 100%, down to 10%, I think, on maybe certain map sizes. 10% land on a huge map is going to be very little. So 70%? Sure. 70%. Number of continents. On a huge map, is there a limit on number of continents? No limits. right? Only Tiny has a number of continents to 4. Besides that, there's no limit. So let's go for... Ooh, there's a little bit of randomization. 2 to 4 continents. 3 to 5 continents. Let's do 3 to 5 continents. So there's a little bit of randomization. We won't quite know what's there. New World enables the presence of a distant continent devoid of any empire at the start of the game. Generally, I'm not a fan of that. Let's say no. It can be random. Islands odds determines whether or not islands will be present in the game. The chances that islands are generated. Some. That seems fine. World wrap on. This can be off. Importantly, this means the world doesn't wrap up to down. It can wrap left to right. I'm going to leave it as on, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just a flat map. Hemispheres, both northern, southern. Oh, you can actually pick that the whole map will be a certain thing. Both is fine. A world generation seed, random if empty, you can generate your own thing. Continent spread, chaotic. Continent form, chaotic. Lake odds, average. Lake size, average. Rivers, some. Ridges and cliffs, average. Elevation can be... This is a bit of a weird UI thing. It's down here, so there's flat, standard, steep, random. I think standards. Yeah, this is fine, right? Huge map, right? Let's go back to competitors. Let's have things mixed up here. We've got, I guess, Gilgamesh, Mama, Oklo, Midas, Arjuna, Mu, Guiying, Lucy, Makeda, Beowulf, Edgar. Yeah, Marvzer, Victor. Let's get Victor in there, and Lucy. Yeah, good. In terms of customizing your stuff, there is picking a symbol. Now, currently, there's only certain options. You know, I actually like the cleaner one. There's the border there. There's the symbol. So there's a lot of symbols to choose from. You know, bear, person, swirly water thing, horse, other horse. I don't know why there's 2 horses. Why are there 2 horses? I would pick snake, but there's no snake. But we can go for a wreath thing. There's a lot of symbols you can choose from. You can be the bomb nation, the gun nation, the boar with weird legs. Some more Celtic symbols here. Cards, if you like. You can just be the heart nation if you like. There is the legion sort of symbol. Lots of good symbols here. I would like more, or maybe even a symbol customizer. But maybe mods will be able to work with this. I don't know. But let's go with them. Let's go with that. And of course, color. I can finally pick my own color. We've been stuck to blue this whole time. I want the golden black sort of look. The golden blue works nicely. It does. A golden black, a bit more what I've been liking in this game. So let's do that. You can go ahead and customize all of the others. Here's a bunch of AI personas that are currently here. I think you'll be able to get more from the community. So the nice thing is that because there's a character creator, which I went over in the other video, people will actually be able to create historical figures. So if you want to play with historical figures like Gandhi and Theodore Roosevelt and whoever else you want, people will be making characters and sharing them. So you could actually go ahead and collect people's creations to have historical figures. They'll have AI personalities that we can design as well, so they could have those playstyles. You know, you can totally create a Gandhi character which has bonuses towards nukes. It is possible. You can do that if you want. Anyway, pace. A lot of people were wondering about pace of the game. Here they are. Blitz, the fastest, 75 turns. Fast, 150 turns. Normal, 300 turns. Slow, 450 turns. And endless is not endless, actually. It's 600 turns. So 300 turns, we've played through a couple of games before, and 300 can actually feel a little short. So I think I'm going to go slow for 450. End conditions. Ooh, a lot of people were wondering about this. determines the active conditions to end the game. I actually don't know. I've not clicked this. Okay, there's 3 right now. Last human standing. So default. Wait, default is 1. Default is a thing. The game will end when one of the following conditions is reached. Reaching the last turn. 300 on normal game speed. Reaching the last turn. Earning every contemporary era star. Completing the technology tree. Oh, completing the technology tree ends the game. So that means no future techs. Eliminating all other empires. Vassalizing all other surviving empires. Sending a mission to Mars. Rendering the world unfit for human life. These are the end conditions. So they're not necessarily victory conditions, but the game ends when one of these happens. Right? The game ends. And the victor is most likely for half of these, I think the victor is determined by, actually for all of them, I would suppose it's true, whoever has the most fame. Now keep in mind, in Civilization, score victory is like the backup. Right? It's like, oh, no one won anything, turns over, who had the highest score? Whereas in Humankind, score victory is the primary victory condition, right? So these are not victory conditions, these are the game ends, and whoever has the most fame will be the victor. Obviously, some of these, when you eliminate all other empires, well, you by default have the most fame, right? Vassalizing all the surviving empires, you would most likely have all the fame. But sending a mission to Mars or completing the tech tree ends the game, but doesn't mean you win, right? Whoever has the most fame would most likely win there. As far as I understand, that's how it would work, right? So those are things. You can set it to last human standing, which is... it basically removes some things. Last human standing is just elimination, vassalization, rendering the world unfit for human life, right? I don't know what the conditions of unfit is, but probably something to do with nukes. Time limit is just reach the last turn or render the world unfit for human life. I guess that's an artificial turn limit, right? Or space race, which is reaching the last turn, sending mission to Mars, or rendering the world unfit for human life. So I think default is going to be the most usual played, right? Let's go to difficulty. Now, there are 7 difficulty levels in this game, and for a bit of shade, Civilization is the second highest. That's still funny. That's still funny. That's still so funny. Humankind is the hardest difficulty. Civilization is the second hardest difficulty. Empire is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, Empire's third hardest. Nation is middle. Metropolis, town, hamlet. Okay. So, notably, there's a big change between Metropolis and Nation, I think it is. The AI, the enemy AI, is actually disabled from doing a number of things at the lower difficulty levels, right? I've been playing on Nation so far, and it's been challenging, but I'm winning-ish. I tried Empire and I got destroyed, so I'm currently a Nation player, which is why my AI personality is listed as normal. So I think I'm gonna stick here, which is the middle difficulty level. It is normal difficulty. There's 3 easier, there's 3 harder. I don't think I'm experienced enough to go Empire quite yet, especially since things in this game have changed, right? At which difficulty does the AI start cheating? I think they technically kind of cheat in all, right? Does it explain what difficulties do specifically? No. And it really should, right? It should tell you what it is. It's got flavor text to give you the vibe, but peaceful mode. Set the level of aggression of the empires controlled. So you can actually set them to AI-controlled empires will never declare war on other empires or initiate attacks, but will fight according to the difficulty level once they become engaged in armed conflict. So there is peaceful mode. So you can play like that if you like. And I know a lot of people like to play these sorts of games peaceful mode, right? That's an option. It's right there. We're gonna click no. Right? So in peaceful mode, you can still declare war and they'll fight back, but they will never declare war on you or each other. Right? Is there a territory limit? No, there's no territory limit. Not as far as I've heard. Nothing like that. So I'm gonna stick to nation because that's where I was doing pretty okay before. Yeah, we want war, so I'm leaving it on no. And I was sort of first or second place last time I was playing nation, but the game has changed. Things are different. So we're gonna see. There are maps that could be designed, right? Content. Currently I have the pre-order content and deluxe. To be transparent, I did not pre-order. A preview code was provided to me. Right? This grants you access to exclusive decorations and personalization sets. And the deluxe version gives you Notre Dame and the Victor Hugo sets. Okay. Expansions are planned, but we don't know what they are. Updates. There'll be specific updates that would be listed here, I guess. Maybe you gotta pay for these ones. These ones are free, I assume. Dillweed, thank you so much. And I think that's good, right? I think this is a good set of people, right? There's me. Look at this. What expression am I doing now? I don't pick these expressions. They're the ones who put those in, so I don't know. Why am I like, oh? Anyway, we can now show off the intro cinematic. So let's press start and actually get into the game. Here we go. Here we go. Now I picked huge world. My setup is fast, but this is the largest world, so take the loading bar as you like. And they added an astronaut to the painting. Yeah, that used to be a Roman soldier, I think. Yeah, because we can go to the contemporary era now. They have not shown off Endgame before today.
Our universe contains infinite stories, most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look. It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together and things start to get interesting and a bit drier. A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic Era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind? Here is where it begins. The future that you carve through force of will and a bit of luck, out of the raw stuff of planet Earth. Alliances and enemies, wealth and danger, power and penury. May you leave the greatest mark.
Power and penury. By the way, there is an active narrator which you can turn off. Okay? I'm gonna leave it on because it's new. I know some people like it, some people don't like it, some people don't care. But just to be clear, in the settings, there is active narrator under the gameplay tab, which you can turn off. Okay, the options menu, pretty good, pretty good. Lots of nice options here. Separate audio sliders. I wish there was. Games never have this. Where is the audio slider for cinematics? I want a separate audio slider for cinematics. It's tied into one of these, I think, or none of them. But cinematics should have another slider. But besides that, this is very good. There's a voice volume slider, which is great. So I keep him a little quieter than me, you know. UI options, nice. Interface size, great. We can scale that down. It's currently on max. Probably want to be able to... I don't know if you could make it bigger. It already takes up so much space. So if things feel a little too cluttered, a mouse and keyboard, rebindable keys, very nice. Accessibility, there's subtitles, separate orders. Select reorder is a thing that can be turned on and off for those who need it. That's good. Yes. Here we are. In the game. There's us. Hunting party. This is me. Look at me. Finally in the black garbs that I wanted to wear. We've been stuck with blue the whole time. Now, a few things. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get to the contemporary era straight away from here. But we can't actually... Can we pull up the tech tree from here? Show cultures. No. Okay, we're going to... Once we get access to the tech tree, we're going to go look. Anyway, here... Oof. This is the first time I'm on a map which I don't know where anything is. It's a randomly generated map. I see nothing of interest. Let's step onto the river and waste the whole turn or go down. I'm gonna go south. Can we see where we are on the map? Okay, we're near the north. So I probably want to travel further down. But that's our first turn. So, last time we played, there was some graphical bugs. The UI felt a little weird in places. We're gonna keep an eye out for things like that, right? Can we find any pickups? Oh, there we go, some food. We're having a bit of a slow start, but alright. End turn. We gotta find nice places to settle.
Security and pleasure. Wonderful stuff, this simple food.
There's literally just food on the ground. So collecting food, remember, gets us new units. By the way, you cannot lose in this first era. I think you actually need to research a tech to wipe out another empire. So if this unit dies, it just respawns again, right? It's not good, but you can't actually lose here. So if you randomly die to a mammoth or deer or something, it's not the end of the game. So the active narrator does say things when you do things for the first time. Now, I picked a chaotic map, so... Oh, no. Ah, damn. There's some signs up there which I'm going to go for. Trying to find a nice place to settle. Oh, an event has happened? Seeds of an idea. Yesterday, the tribe came across a vast tract of wild grain. There's stories for these things. So do we plant minus 25% on domestication research cost or grind on the nomadic tribe plus 2 food on city or outpost? Plus 2 food on city or outpost is going to be huge in the long run. Or maybe it's just a one-time boost, but it's good. It's good. Let's go for that. Because we got to set up an outpost soon. I saw science up here. Let's grab that.
If you learn nothing else, you could learn what killed them.
Okay. I don't see anything... Oh, finally, a resource. An unknown strategic resource. Now, settling around these unknown strategic resources could be good, could be bad. Oh, a deer. Let's grab this food first. More science down there, keeping track of things. A sanctuary. We've got another unit. Now we want to ransack sanctuaries because they give 20 food. So we definitely want to do that. Right? Ransack successful. Look at that. Acknowledged. Lots of deer down there. Let's go hunting. We'll grab this science. Oh, things are looking a bit nice around this area. Let's attack. Manual battle every time, by the way. Instant resolution. Things go wrong. I think this deployment is fine. End deployment. So this UI has been refined a little bit. It's been compressed somewhat, right? So this is... Yeah, in order to eliminate another enemy, you need a specific civic, which is only accessible once you achieve 10 militaristic stars. So at least early modern era, yeah. So we got the high ground. This deer has no chance. You like the elevation changes? I picked chaotic world. So yeah, you just end round. It's fine. Attack uphill, yep. Deer don't have much tactics. Now to spread out the damage, I will pull you back and do this.
For our young.
Nice. That gets us more food and hunter stars. Hunt at Grumium. Alright, so if I grab that, I'll have another unit, which is great. Looking at places to settle, it's recommending there, which is not bad. 15 food, 7. Maybe I should just... I'm sure there's tactics on settling early, settling late, which is better. After having a look around, grab this food, please. And then, so we've got a third unit, and then let's get this deer. Not great positioning, really. Let me pull back. High health unit there, and this is on a river, but we maintain the high ground here. Let's try that. Also, this battle arena, we were having some problems before in previous versions of the game, where I've turned off the arena graying out, right? Because I like the terrain, but the border wasn't very clear. So now you can see a very clear border of where the arena is. This battle cannot leave this region. Right? So the deer must be somewhere over here. Let's just end round and let the deer come to us. Why is the deer... Oh no, it calculated the damage before the deer arrived, right? Oh, look, those icons are new. Crossing river, in forest. Oh, that makes it much clearer. Right? We were having trouble, especially on the tactics view when that's turned on. It's hard to tell what's a forest and what's not. So now look at these icons right there. It says right there. Great. High ground, down to on a river. Easy. Yeah, the advantage of settling early is you get more pop out of it, but it might be in a worse location, right? So if I have a look, 10 food, 6, oh, that's pretty good. Maybe I just settle here. It's a more production, less food. I don't know what's good. Maybe I should just go settle at both. Does that make sense? Because then it starts generating pop. Right? So I suppose that makes sense, right? If I transfer one over here, and I transfer you to go back this way. Who kept the food? The original unit here. All right, so you are going to continue scouting. I like this terrain for defensive reasons. Let's hop on the river. Okay. Yeah, I like how the chaotic map has made things. Urgent affairs. A world aflame. In the distance, a thin cord of smoke cuts up into the air. The clear blue skies. Fire. we could get a new army, refugees, next to hunting party, or minus 25% on city defense research cost. Get a new unit. So we've got a whole new unit, which I will merge. Always good to have 2 units together. Makes it easier to hunt and stuff. Okay. Now you... I can just... It costs 8 to do this, so I'd probably do this first, since it's here. Waiting when I don't know what I'm going to do to it might be difficult. Very defensible position, don't you think? Now, to set up another one, I'm going to need 30 influence. So we're going to have to find out how to do that. For now, I'm just going to send this one to go scout the north. Meanwhile, these two will continue scouting south.
This way.
Okay. Like, if I make this my city, how could anyone conquer it? How could anyone conquer this? It's so defensible, right? The only entrances are like here. I could have archers up on the high ground easily. Oh, this is really nice. Nukes, yeah. Well, we'll worry about nukes hitting Grumium a bit later. Always split the party. Yeah, there's lots of pro plays, but you know, you like the mountain city. I suppose splitting does make the most sense. Do I want to send one up that way, or it makes more sense to do this, I think. How much food was that? 5? Yeah, have a look down here, see what we can find. You are gonna go grab that food. So it's gonna take 2 turns to set up Grumium. Now I picked the thing that gave +2 food on Outpost. I don't know if that's gonna apply to Grumium or how. Alright, you. Grab that science. Nice. Curiosity collected, +5 influence. We need 30 if we want to set up another one. 5 food, okay. Alright, not a bad start. Now this is a huge map, but I did pick a lot of players. Look how many players there are. Looking for paths and ways to go. Is this a dead end? Maybe, maybe not. Let's check this high ground. Ooh, food. Nice. More food there. Nice, going for that. Let's explore our immediate surroundings. Treading carefully. Okay, what's that? Silk. Alright, next turn we'll have Grumium set up. I think this is going to be the end. Oop, Mammoth is there. End turn. You step through here. Oops, Sanctuary. We'll go ransack that. A lair. Go ransack that. Maybe a little over-eager, but there we go. We got the lair. Haven't encountered anyone. Grumium is set up. Food, 12 a turn. So it's the +2 we got. Right, when we placed this, it said 10 a turn. So we've got 12 a turn because of that event. So we got a bit of extra food. So now we can wait for population to grow. Tribe. Oh, we can train a new tribe, but it costs influence and needs 1 pop. Okay. You. Yeah, we should reveal our direct surrounding. Let's just look around here. Ooh, this is a good region. Silk and a strategic resource. Oh, this is a straight up hard cliff. I see. So it's hard to reach there. Yeah, it's a bit far. Not sure if we can secure that. Ransack successful. Oh, these rivers. Remember how these rivers go? Every time you step on or off a river, it takes up the whole movement points. Ooh, bear's there. Let's not lose a unit to the bear. This might get us enough. Step up onto the high ground. All right, so it's, I think if I could secure and conquer this northeastern section. Yeah, you are gonna ransack that. Okay. Grumium. What's going on? The fungal hoarder. The shift to fixed abodes hasn't really been easy for the tribesmen and women who'd settled in the outpost, but they persevered and now thought of the land as home. When they discovered that one of their number had been hoarding mushrooms. Oh, what do we do with them? Banish, minus 25% on city defense. Bountiful on Grumium, which means plus 5 food for 15 turns. That's pretty good. Or retain. Is this just plus 2 science forever? The man will leave the settlement, but will remain of the tribe. His days will be dedicated to learning more about this strange species. Is this just plus 2 science forever? Let's do that. And see... Or is it just plus 2 science in general? Maybe it's just plus 2 science in general. Yeah, it's plus 2 science in general, which is good. Because I want to get all 3 stars. And we're not finding a lot of science bits, right? Can I get up here? I can. Ooh, bit more food, which means we can grab that. Horses are there, very important to note. I think we've set up in a place where we can choke off this northeastern section. These resources down... Oh, look at these rivers. I should take control of these rivers so that it's very defensible going that way. No, quite enough food there. I guess we should split one off. Mammoth. You can then... Can I cross here? No. Okay, fine. Culture chosen. Someone picked. Grumium still doesn't have a pop. That's okay. Grab that food. Ooh, sanctuary, nice. Oh, that was 15 food? Very good. So I'm gonna go for the sanctuary next. You have to step over here. Yeah, the rivers slow you down so much. Gemstone deposit there. You are gonna... look this way. Gonna go there next. Crossing rivers. Alright. You love the ridges and the mountain regions of the land, right? I picked chaotic, so it's created this really rough terrain, and I kind of love it. It's like really good. Nice. Growth star unlocked. Now I'm not sure if I want to... We can enter a new era. Remind me later. I know how this works. Just reveal this. Okay, so this is fully a dead end. Right? That's the end of the continent. So settling here means I should have secured horses. And whatever that's going to be. There's another strategic resource there and there. So I'll probably want to expand until at least there. How far away are we? Knowledge stars. Hunter stars, we need 7. We haven't found much to hunt, really. Will I be able to do it? Let's go a couple more turns and see what we can find. I want to get that so I can boost my population. this is gonna go over here to ransack something. Oh, there's a lot to hunt. If I ransack this and grab that and have 3, I'll hunt the mammoth. Otherwise, might not be safe.
What's over there?
Ooh, world deed accomplished. We found Vinikunka. Right there. First to find it. So that means I know no one's around here. Right? Another sanctuary. You're gonna waltz up here. There's some science. Guess it makes sense to go for it. And you, I guess, just start making your way back. This side's scouted. Hopefully pick up some food on the way. Another culture chosen. I should pick my culture soon, because they're gonna... We gained a pop. We have 1 pop. Now we're gaining 11 food per turn. Okay, something's happened. Mortuary, anyone? Disposal of the dead is a greater concern now that roots have been made and your outpost population is growing. Right, we gained a pop, so this happened. So, ferocious on target. +1 combat strength for 15 turns. +2 science. Is it even feasible to get these other stars? Probably not, right? +1 combat strength for 15 turns actually makes us quite a lot more powerful. I think trying to get this science knowledge star is... I should pick a culture. I should pick a culture. Let's get ferocious. So we're stronger. Now, for this... Can I kill this mammoth? It says I can. With some tactics, we should be okay. We just didn't have a lot of deer for the hunter stars, but...
Hit them!
Let's do it. You onto the high ground. Okay, we've got the high ground there on the river.
Together!
Yeah, this will guarantee they stay... You know what, let's end this round. If it walks there, it's fine. It still has to attack uphill. Oh, it stayed there. Okay. We got this. We got this. By the way, there's some new visual additions to the game. See those clouds or mist clouds over there? I'm pretty sure those are new, right? From before? Yeah, let's hit this. Weaken it first. And then finish it off with this.
For the tribe!
Got him. Nice. Almost enough food. There's a sanctuary, a mammoth, and... Oh, there's so much food here. Is it possible? Oh, we grabbed that science. We got 9 out of 15. There's a lot of resources here. Obsidian, gemstones, unknown strategic resource. Once I go to the next era, it's not going to matter so much. I guess I should just scout. All the huntables are mammoths, so a bit hard to... I could join up. Grab that food. We've got 10, 5. If that's 15, we'll get another unit. And you're just making your way back.
Will do.
Ah, bit late, but sure. Do I go to the next? I'm gonna get one more unit next turn, and then next turn I will go to the next era. Right? So for this, I need to split you out to ransack. You are gonna grab this. That gets us another unit. And I guess I shouldn't ransack. I got the unit already, right? It'll be a waste of a sanctuary.
What's over there?
If that happens to be 15, we'll get another... It was 15! What luck! Okay. Finish scouting down here. It's fine. We don't need the food. Just reveal if anything of interest. Okay. I think here is where we go to the next era. But... we'll just merge up. Okay. And your left, that...
My feet hurt.
oh, got pretty close. Oh, we have 47 culture. I should claim another territory. Strategic resource here. But it's... is it? Oh, it is. If I claim this territory on the left, it's actually touching the territory with the horses. So technically, I could claim this territory, then this territory, and grab the horses and the strategic resource in 2 steps. Because this is technically touching. Look at that. Yes, okay. Perfect. Because there's nothing here. So I should actually claim this region here. So you're going in there to claim another outpost. Okay, good. Strategy, strategy. But this choice of when to go to the next era, it's always so... because you want to keep grabbing stuff. A tribe's legacy. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons, a tribe has trekked the wilderness slowly, tortuously, learning the secrets of this world, how the materials hidden in the deep places in plain sight. Adds Wattle and Daub legacy trait. +1 industry per population on city or outpost. Adds plant law legacy trait. +1 food per population on city or outpost. This is just a +1 forever. This is the +1 forever. +1 science per population. I think the food, because the food leads to more population, and more population leads to everything, right? Farmers. +1 food per population. Does that reflect immediately? Yes, I got 1 pop. This went from 11 to 12. Nice. We gotta pick something before they're all taken. That's why. We can't risk waiting. So what do we want to do right now? We haven't met anyone, so we probably don't want to go military. Expansion is pretty good. Can annex territories. Money. Estate is probably what we want right now, because I want to expand my territories. I think one of my favorite early civs is Zhou, right? So many have been taken already. I think I like this. It takes a long time to get to the Zanshis, but it's +2 stability on district. Makes it easier to expand that territory. And if we build some Confucian schools, we could boost science, which we always lag behind. I should build some Confucian schools. Let's go Zhou. Right? I think it's my favorite ancient era culture to go for.
And the challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Perhaps you don't really need to focus on markets when you have deep philosophers and dangerous chariots.
Ooh, a voice line for every culture. Yes, music's changed. We are now the show. These things have now become other things. And we've got an agrarian star. Look at that. Wow. Okay, what? Why? Immediately, agrarian star. Because I picked that up. Okay. Anyway, this is now the start of a new era. We have Grumium here, which... evolve outpost to city is probably something we want to do. By the way, I just want to say, the game so far is feeling pretty solid. Pretty solid, right? Like, nothing's gone wrong. The gameplay is very... there. No bugs have happened. So far in this release version, it's good. It's pretty refined. I think the voice line when I picked the show played a little bit early because the cinematic interrupted it, then it continued. But yes, so far it's going well. So far. Before you evolve the first city, you can claim a dysentery at a discount. Oh, right. Claim territory. It's recommending here for the resources, but I think I want to go into this territory. It's snowy, so it's not going to be for food. It's not really recommending anything. Is this the smart thing to do? Maybe it's better to get the resources first. I should claim the territory then. How many turns does it take to do this? It's just immediate, right? Okay, I'm going to have these as stacks of 2 for protection, because we might start running into people now. Oh, they can't join. Fine. Okay, we'll join up next turn. Okay, you're a stack of 4. Because I know it's better to split, to look for things. Maybe stacks of 2 makes sense. So they're not so weak individually. But still allow us to explore quite a bit. Is this a dead end here, or does this continue through to something else? We've explored quite a bit. Right north of us is a bit of a blank, but I think it makes sense to grab this territory. One of your outposts can be turned into a city. Do I have to do it? Oh, I think I have to do it, because it won't let me end the turn. Okay, I guess I have to do it. Sure. +1 faith per population, +5 faith per number of attached territories. We are expanding territories, so I think +5 per territory makes sense. Nice. Esteeped. Cultural blitz cannot be done without 30 money. We need some money for this. So we can now build an obelisk of the gods. This is new, right? I've never seen this before. And this provides stability. So I was complaining about I think my #1 issue in previous gameplay was stability. This is new. This solves the problem. +2 stability on district, +20 stability in general. This is great. That solves the problem. We could get a Confucian school as well. And that also provides stability. Great. Pottery workshop. +4 influence on main plaza. How many turns for this? 5. I want to go influence, right? I think I'm gonna do the pottery workshop first before anything. It takes the fewest amount of turns and gives us stars. Tech tree. Okay, finally, we get to look at the tech tree and see what's at the end. So I think most of this should be the same. Carpentry, domestication, masonry, wheel, sailing. It's... Oh, it now has a highlight on the thing for your unique thing. Great. So into the classical age, I think it's pretty much, yeah, conquest, imperial power. Into the medieval age, heavy infantry, chivalry, furnace steel, guilds. Into early modern, three-masted ship and naval artillery, gunpowder, supply lines, patronage, mercantilism. Into industrial, this is the furthest we've seen before, academy. Conscripts, scientific method, mechanization, microbiology, combustion engine, wireless, telegraphy, aeronautics. And now, what do we have in the contemporary era? And Pisk Almighty, thank you so much for the 500 tribute. Been watching my Age of Mythology videos. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying those. I had fun with that. Aerial warfare with things like strategic bombers, airports, monoplane fighter, research institute for theory of relativity, earn 100 fame. Naval air strategy, battleships, amphibious warfare, landing crafts, continuous track, medium tanks, uranium enrichment for scientific prestige, civil engineering, colony grid, starts with 6 population and 350 production. Create a city with a vast package of infrastructure already built. Radar, anti-air surveillance, anti-aircraft gun, insurrection theory, helicopter gunship and irregulars, free trade agreement, worldwide exchange, financial districts, nuclear fission, uranium radioisotopes, and nuclear plants, and nuclear submarines, and nuclear doctrine. Unlocks the access to nuclear weapons civics. Power lines, aluminium smelting. Oh, it's a historical 4X game which says aluminium, not aluminum. Because the developers are French. Hydroelectric dam. It is spelled differently, right? In the US? I keep forgetting. It's such weird. Caramel. Volunteer computing and the computing supercomputer labs, missile cruisers, high density habitation, sewage treatment plants, suburbs, rocket science, composite armor, mechanized harvesting, automation, drone assisted fertilizer plant, fighter jets. Okay, we're getting pretty modern here. Solar farms, wind farms, communication satellites, tech parks, mass entertainments, video games! +1 stability per population on city or outpost. We can research video games. Cinemas and museums. Takes 3 horses and 3... Wait, what is that resource? We unlocked it here. Power lines. Aluminium smelting. Oh, I see. Okay. And then, okay, towards the end, covert ops, commandos, World Wide Web, content creation. We can research what we do right here. Look at that. +1 stability on regular district because of content creation. Online encyclopedia. We can research Wikipedia. Internet reselling. Wow. Space orbital, leading from the stars. Space station, +50% money on all cities. Neural implants, psychic powers, and plus influence and stability on all cities. Military laser, space weapon. Increased anti-air defense, +100 combat strength against air units on main plaza. Air units on administrative centers and on against air units on outposts. Exosuits. Increase combat strength and movement points on all units, except for mounted units and vehicles. Plus 8 strength and plus 4 speed. Fusion reactor. Global Messiah. Plus 50% industry. Now keep in mind, when you finish a tech tree, which I assume means everything, not just reaching the end, finishing everything, the game ends. So this stuff is really end game stuff, right? All this at the end is not going to be around too long. It really is end game, and they all feel real powerful. All right, what do we start with though? Getting the artisans' quarters, I think. Then we'll figure it out. Our city of Haoqing. All right. We can get to video games and content creation. What's going on? Ooh, new civic, founding myths, legitimacy. This, I assume, works similarly. So, picking either of these will minus our stability, but I think I can survive one of these. Plus 5 influence on main plaza, enact natural
Why
right.
was this even a question? Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place.
All right, nice. Legitimacy. Natural right. Founding myths. Now this we can pick. So we have, right, I spent, how much did 24 to do this? Minus 50% on create outpost cost, minus 20% on attach outpost cost. I think I'll go for the minus 50% on attach outpost cost because it brings stability back into the center, right?
That seems to leave a lot of interpretation of right and wrong, not to mention yours and mine.
Okay. We did some stuff. This is still scouting through this. It's a bit of a barren wasteland, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to settle here. Let's just settle over here. 15 food, 9 production. It only costs 8. Yeah, do it. We'll go secure the horses. Hey, it shows the name right here. Fumal Samaka. I'll take 6 turns. Okay. I think I want to beeline... Do I want to beeline that? Yeah, I think it's best. There's 2 strategic resources and a luxury in this region, but it's hard to get to. Might be easier to... I don't know if this is blocked off by a mountain. This chaotic landscape is tough. Let's keep scouting. Curiosity collected. Nice. Science. Okay, that's a dead end there. Now this. I guess we could hunt this mammoth. Let's stack up.
All together.
Can I stack up onto the high ground? Can I pull back here? No, I can't. Okay, end deployment. I'm going to run all the way back to the highest of grounds. And hopefully it attacks the one... Oh, is that a high ground there? Oh, that is high ground. Alright, I'll pop you up there. Okay, that makes sense. Let the mammoth come to us. It's attacking the weakest one. Defending. Increased combat strength. Tactics. And now it's easy to kill. Good. Tactics. The AI did target the weak one. So that was... So far AI is doing the correct thing. Now you two. Still looking around. I guess we should just keep hunting things. It helps us get military stars, right? Yep, come to me, please.
Now! Now!
Got it. These are adding to military stars, right? Oh, they're not. Animals don't count as military stars anymore. They only count units. So you can't farm... I'm pretty sure you used to be able to do that, right? You used to be able to farm animals for military stars after the Nomad Age. What difficulty am I playing on? The middle one. I think it's Nation. You can't farm animals for military stars anymore. Okay, well, what am I hunting them for then? Okay, you're going for that pickup there. Alright. We gotta keep developing this corner. Does it show... 53? 15? Right. If I attach this, then it'll be cheaper to establish this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this unit ready to go there. You are gonna finish scouting, then join our city, I think. I don't want to grow too fast. But I should drop some population into our city, right?
Off we go.
Oh, there's a strategic resource here. Okay, I think that's well enough scouted. You are gonna go back to the city. I have a warrior? I'm gonna send the 2 weakest ones. No, wrong button. I want to send you the 2 weak ones back home to join the city as well. That's gonna take a lot of turns, but sure. Guess we just keep scouting. Lots of mammoths. So many mammoths. Okay, you are grabbing that. And continuing to reveal this terrain. I haven't met anyone. Like, I know I picked a huge world, but I did fill it with people.
Follow me.
Just haven't seen anyone. Like, how big is this world? Here's the northern border. Okay, it's not... Like, I've scouted basically halfway down to the southern border. And if I scroll this way... Okay, it's not too huge. With this many players, with 10 players, I'd have thought I'd run into someone by now.
Off we go.
Right? We haven't found anyone. Lack of copper is a concern. Do we need a tech to reveal copper? There's a lot of strategic resources here. Okay, so I can... How does... Hold on, first let me send you around. Oh, this tooltip is... Cultural bits. Immediately bring one of your empire's territories back into its sphere of influence to gain... Right, so I actually don't need that. Because we're not competing with culture. Okay, that's gonna take 4 turns.
Come over here.
Keep scouting.
Let's go.
Haven't even found any borders yet. Let's go up to the high ground. And that is a dead end, but gives us a nice view. No recommendations for where to set up, right? 53 influence. Alright. This terrain. You are just gonna... yeah, wait right there. Another culture just chosen. Lake Baikal has been discovered. Station right there. What are we looking at? Well, this is a pretty big continent. So we do get 10 gold from ransacking, so I guess we should just go ahead and do that. Can I? No. Where is this going? Oh, I was sending this... Can't do embarkment. I was sending this back to our home city. Yeah, we should just ransack for the money. That's a clever thing to do, right? Just trying to reveal... Okay. Blades of the Empire. Army composition. Minus 30% on unit industry cost, +1 combat strength. This is always a good one, but I'm saving my influence for now. And we're not fighting anyone, so it's fine.
A first city constructed. Walls, roofs, an outhouse. Ah, the luxuries of civilization.
Okay. This guy's popping back into the city. It's gaining 1 population in 1 turn. We built a potter thing. So now I think we want to build a... Go straight into a Confucian school? Recommends farm up there. Plus 11 science and 10 stability. That's kind of good. Let's focus on science a little bit. Right? I'll merge this next turn to make sure we get this +1 pop, then just add another pop into there. Animal remains. Nice.
Come over here.
We're going for that.
Off we go.
We'll scout down the river, I guess. Oh, we can't go down that way. Fine. We'll scout down this river. We've got 55 gold now.
Off we go.
Alright, I think we've pretty much revealed our part of the world. Yeah. And we haven't met anyone! Jeez, a huge world is really huge, right? I did not expect it to be this much space between civilizations. Huge world is huge. It does what it says on the tin. Old Horde, nice, 40 gold. Incense. Why does this keep getting lost? Okay, this terrain. You just block off some chokes and I think no one can approach. Oh, is this the actual western edge of our continent? Don't tell me I'm accidentally on a continent by myself. That will be kind of strange. There must be at least one other person. This continent is like a quarter of the map. There should be like 2 or 3 people at least on this. So Haojing has 2 population. You can now disband. to make it 3 population. Food is going down. So we have to move the money person into there. Right? So it continues growing. We gotta be careful about that. We're getting this Confucian school, then I should probably focus on building some stuff. Just scout west. You can try a true isolationist playthrough. I am the new world. There was a new world option, remember? Maybe because I said no new world, it just put me on the new world? Ooh, calendar researched. Artisans' quarters and granaries. +2 food per farmers. +1 farmer slot. Okay, granary is going to be good. We should then get carpentry for production and archers. I'm not getting a lot of science. This Confucian school is going to help a lot. Can you actually get up there onto the high ground? Yes. Now, just... this keeps getting lost. I should take a bit more control of that. Like, the number of players are up here. They should be in the game. 45 to attach this. Yeah, that's going to really boost our resources. So you see here, we currently have 3 food, 23 production. 18 food, 32 production. And also it makes it cheaper to found an outpost here. Where's the best food? No one's really good for food, but we got 10 food up top there. 10 food, 8 production. Yeah. Let's claim these horses. With that attachment, now we're going. Attaching territories gets you so much more resources than doing other things. Okay. Okay. I guess you just keep going south. Maybe it's because I picked Chaotic World. So it really is sort of just messed up a bit. Another sanctuary. You are making your way back. I guess I send you south. I think I'm really alone on this continent. Well, then again, there could be someone in there, but we haven't even run into a scout or anything. Maybe the mammoths kill the other civs. Well, you can't lose early on. If you lose all your units, it just respawns.
Over this way. Let's go.
Okay. Onto the river. Okay, another curiosity. Great. That's quite a lot. You're gonna ransack that for 22 gold. You're gonna keep scouting south. You're gonna keep scouting south. Ah! Someone! We found someone! They're here!
Come over here.
It's blue. There is someone here. Okay, we've set up... oh, we're setting up this region here. Tania Australis. So that's going to secure our horses. Then I should work towards... this has strategic resource, strategic... there's 5 strategic resources in these 3 territories north of me. I should claim them all. Right? So this guy's going to be our claimer. Gonna go along here and claim things. Then there's this resource here, which is in that territory, but nothing else really. That's in a northern territory like that. And then whole bunch of luxuries that side. So I think looking at the resource distribution, my empire should go just along this northern border up until here. Right? I should expand that way. It's going to be a long empire. Just want to make sure there's no one else up here. Okay, can't see anyone here. So this continent only has 2. So there might be... Oh! There must be 4 continents. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there must be 4 continents. 2 have 2 cultures on them. 2 have 3 cultures on them. I'm on 1 which has 2 cultures. Right? Because you can fit, like, this is 1 continent here, fitting in this screen. So if I go... well, there's a bit of a gap there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. If there's some continents which are like vertical, yeah, we can fit another 3 continents into this space here. So there's 4 continents, 2 of them have 2 people, 2 of them have 3 people. It's just we spawned on opposite ends. Let's try say hello. Hello?
And now you've met the Mycenaeans, let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
All right. Hello. Right. How much to claim this? 23. Okay, let's just claim somewhere here straight away. Tundra's not so great for anything. Don't these give tile yields? Do we get science if I build an outpost near those things? There's some details like that which I'm unsure of. It says no. Maybe I should just go for food and production, because that's always good for everything, right? I could make this a production outpost. It makes sense being here. 13 production right there. Just grab that. Okay. By the way, I like Megalopolis, so I like building tall in this game. So I like 1 big. Yeah, outposts don't exploit science tiles, research districts do. Okay, good. Wonderful Gunung Mulu has been locked by another empire. New grievance available.
Bloody and smelly, aren't they? History may be changed by battles, but that doesn't mean they're enjoyable.
Attacked one of your armies. They attacked me? Loyal. Vindictive. Plus money, plus science. Avenger. They retaliate until the extermination of their aggressor. And they're vindictive. But they're loyal. So do I want to turn these people into friends who will be loyal to me forever? Or do I want to make them enemies and they will be enemies forever? I literally have to make that choice now because they're loyal and vindictive. So whatever I do here is going to... What do I do? What do I do? Just wipe them out? They're far away. A war with them would be agonizing. But then again, it's the same the other way, right? I just have to make sure they declare war on me. Because then I get passive war support and they have passive negative support. So I will eventually win. And then I could vassalize them. Okay. Distance war, it's not about conquering. It's about support. So let's demand.
This can be overlooked if you're willing to meet halfway.
They yielded. I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, we can meet these demands.
I didn't think they would. What are we fighting? They have one scout. They have the high ground there. Oh, I can't secure high ground anywhere.
Follow me.
If I step there and they go for my flag, I could attack them from the high ground. If they attack me from here, it's flat, even terrain, and I'll be a defender, so I should get an advantage. So if I step here, theoretically, I should be able to win. If I enact a civic, does it take place immediately? Because I have +1 combat strength on unit if I enact that. Let's do it.
It does seem logical that people shouldn't have to do a job unless they want to.
Okay, good. Okay, that's most I can do. So they attack me. Okay, I'm defender, which means I get a bonus. And now I have +1 combat strength as well. Striking first isn't always the best move. So this is the theory I talked about before. 1 combat strength difference means they're dead and I'm at half health. Right? And attrition 0, initiating 10 Acolytes. Attrition 0, thank you so much. Celebrating our victory over the vindictive Mycenians. We're gonna have to get them back for this. The battle at Alcyone. Wait. Do they have another... They attacked me with another unit? Oh no. They have another unit. They might win that one. Okay. Let me go deal with other things first. But they have another unit. Oh no. And attrition 0 also joining. Thank you so much.
Over this way.
Oh, they have a second unit. Okay. Okay, Haoqing. Getting a pop in 2 turns. I'll wait for the pop to go over, then I'll dump these 2 people into the population of this city. Right? So, where are they? Oh, they're far away. Jeez.
Will do.
There's so much more of the continent we haven't actually explored.
Acknowledged.
Could be there's a third person. And I'm just alone in the north. Just scout here. Just make sure no one's up here in the northwest. Okay, they attacked me again. I don't think I can win this. So I should now... Yeah, they have a full health scout. So now I should retreat. So I think that makes sense. Rather than lose a unit, retreating makes more sense. New grievance available. I can demand again. I can try bankrupt him. Militarist. Default war support 50. Bonus from affinity 30. Oof. I gotta make sure we have... So I'm gonna demand. Just to try and bankrupt him, if anything.
I'm sure you meant no harm, but you must make it right.
I won't have this.
Yes. So now we have ongoing, because I have a demand he didn't fulfill. +3 ongoing. Yes, yes. Okay, good. Now we're winning the war support. See this bar? Alright. Slow, purposeful strategy. Now this guy has to run away, because losing
In constructing an emblematic quarter, you have become a builder and a creator. There is more to creating an empire than just yelling orders.
Oh, nice. This thing's done. Science. We're now getting 15 science a turn. Nice. Look at that. Okay, so what do we build next? I could build another Confucian school, but probably that's a bit much. I should probably get a farmer's quarter. +5 here, +5 there. I guess down here is okay. Wait, can I should get a granary. That makes more sense. Build the granary. Then I probably should get this? Obelisk of the Gods? Okay. Exploring the west coast with these guys. Copper. Right, so we actually have no copper. I have 0 copper up here. That is distressing. Hopefully I have iron, but we don't have copper. We're gonna have to trade for it. Or vassalize someone who has it. Pop in 1 turn. So we're claiming that in 3 turns. So then we're gonna want to claim this next territory. Probably on the high ground. So let's head up that way. Oh. Old Horde, nice. Get on the river. This is probably another production attachment. 17 there. Yeah, 17 production right there. Go do that. You are skipping 1 more turn. Okay. Will the release version also have all the avatars you're playing with? I'm pretty sure, yes. But there will also be the avatar creator, which people can create and then share their created avatars through the community thing, the Games Together system. So there should be plenty of avatars to play with as people create their own, either historically accurate characters or anything like that. Right? People talking about how good the game is. So far it's been pretty stable. Like, random map generators in, it's working fine. I picked the chaotic world, I love it. It's great. No graphical glitches, no mechanical glitches so far. Gameplay-wise, feels pretty solid. And now that I've played with it through many open beta test builds and into this, the UI takes some getting used to, but, you know. A melody for every occasion. More money, less science. Plus 10 industry at the cost of 60. Chance of unexpected consequences. You know? Oh wait, this also shifts this stuff. Gotta be careful. This shifts it back to the middle. I think overproductive makes sense. End turn. Hao Jing now has 4 population. Carpentry researched. Nice. Another grievance. Oh, he's attacking me again, is he? Okay, let's deal with this first. First, I'm going to disband another unit here. Okay, we're losing... Yeah, I need money least. So that's 3 out of 3 farmers. So I don't want to put in I don't want to disband this guy yet.
We'll wait.
Because I won't be able to feed him.
Follow me.
I need that granary. Okay, there's quite a lot of land up here. Okay, you're going for that. Large red desert here. Ruined shrine. Nice, you're going for that next.
Come over here.
Continuing to scout here.
Understood.
Sanctuary, which means money. Picking a new tech. Oh, look how fast these things are. So I should probably grab city defense, domestication, and then +2 food on river. Forced labor. I think the food and then the forced labor, because we need people to sacrifice, right? You can't sacrifice people you don't have. Right? I think that makes sense. Okay. A battle is currently underway. They caught up! I should just retreat again. Run, 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 run. Don't go very far.
You are the last person I want to see.
They have +2 ongoing from war support below equilibrium value during peace. Right. But I have +3 ongoing for the demand, which... Your grievances. My demands, their demands. Withdraw demands. Okay. By the way, is all this UI still the same? Oh! They changed the orientation of the treaties. They're left to right now. They used to be bottom to top. They're now left to right. That threw me off a bit. But I think the policies are the same. Right? Trade. I think they have nothing. I have nothing. Okay. Okay. It's now left to right. As soon as next turn starts, I should move them away. Yeah. So I should run as soon as... Run.
Only in the mind's eye.
Lair. Bear. Okay, I'd rather lose this unit to a bear. Okay, hopefully they can't catch up. Ooh, picked up some science. City defense research. Nice. This is trying to reveal everything up here. Ooh. Lake Hillier. A sight more likely found in the unreality of dream time than in waking hours. The lake is a place of spiritual rejuvenation. It's a pink lake? I'm assuming it's a real place. Okay. These guys can start heading south, I think. I'd rather the scouts hang around further south. Where are these guys? These guys gotta keep running. Because if I look at this...
You are the last person I want to see.
Yeah. My war support will be higher than theirs. Nice, another tech. Scientist star. Hey, we're actually playing a science game. Can you believe it? Every game I've played so far has not been a science game. This is the first time we're actually playing a science game. I built a science building. We gotta have a closer look at this pink lake. Okay, this is extending further than I thought. Have a look through this. All right. Probably Guban discovered. You discovered the breathtaking Guban's sterile terrain. What? Sterile terrain oasis? What does sterile terrain mean? It's got yields. Wait. No, it has no yields. This sterile terrain. Oh, this patch here. Oh. Oh, I see. It's like a thing. Technically this tile, I guess. Right. This. I have put that down. Is this ready? Can I attach this? How much? 120? For more production? Should be okay if I do that, right? Yeah, more food, more production. Oh, I have another food slot as well. So I can now disband this guy. Increase food production. Yes, and we're currently building the granary. That will help there. Now you... 75 influence. Alright, you're gonna just start making your way down to this territory with 2 more strategic resources and a luxury of silk, which is good. We've secured 1, 2, 3 there. Oh, I should... 345 to attach that. We need so much. We need so much. Okay, it's fine. How about culture? Yeah, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna have strong culture up here. Sanctuary there. I should go ransack. Urgent affairs. Fate of the free cities. Assimilate higher army. Okay. Don't need to worry about that, because I don't think there's any independent peoples right now. Ransack. New religion. Okay.
Over this way.
How far does this go? Okay, that must be the end. Sanctuary right at the end there. I guess I'll ransack that as well. Okay, he managed to run quite far.
Off we go.
Oh, just as I spoke, there's some independent people right there. Where's their town? There. Asukani. I can start influencing them by throwing a bit of money at them. Just to get that started. Now you, I'm going to join up with this army. So he's not so alone. And you... Gonna go for... let's just reveal that, and then go for that. Okay. Pretty much finished scouting the northwest. This is a large continent for 2 people. Imagine we war against each other. It's that far apart. Looking forward to what mods will do for this game? Yes. They're working on Steam Workshop support. I think it's not quite ready in this build. What happened? Music is a sacred art, only to be performed by those with the requisite learning. Okay, so it affected our alignment a little bit. Okay, 345 to attach it. Yeah, either one, right? 345. Gets more expensive with every one. I'm gonna fight this and... yeah, I might as well, just to make sure nothing dumb happens. Okay. Okay. Hey, what else? There's a sanctuary there. Let's join up. Make sure these guys are at least together. Join. Good. Then we can start ransacking these sanctuaries. Should stay clear of those independent peoples. We can't embark. You are making your way into this region. How far? Oh, maybe huge world is a bit ambitious. World deedlocked. Okay, people discovering things. Let us ransack here. Another 22 gold. Good to have. You, let's ransack here. Another 22 gold. Okay. Yeah, in this kind of vast unclaimed map, investing on attaching territories and founding cities is crucial. Yes. Is 10 players enough for a huge world? I actually feel like no. Because I'm assuming 4 continents. If you're on a continent with 3 players, I would say yes. But I'm on a continent with 2 players. And I think there's 4 continents, 2 with 2 players, 2 with 3 players. And this feels like a lot of empty space. Like if there was another... like if this independent state here was another player, I think it would feel better. So I think there needs to be, like, for a huge map, I would probably say it needs 12 players. But it only goes up to 10 right now. So I might 30% landmass. Oh, maybe landmass is too high. I was on default, which was 70%. Right? So maybe if you drop it to 60 or 50%, it'll be better. Ooh, idle city, right. What should I build next? I should grab this obelisk of the gods. And stick it somewhere. Like, I guess it doesn't matter too much, right? You can just place it anywhere. Yeah, right there on that cliff edge. 12 turns for that? Alright. Okay, 6 population. That's pretty good. We've got 2 stars so far. Lots of money. Oh, another deer spawned while I was ransacking. Oh, that's low ground. Okay. Good. Done. Let me out. Trying to leave. Okay, we ransacked that. There's no way to heal when we're out here. But I guess with 3, I feel a little bit safer, even though they're damaged. Feel a little bit safer keeping an eye on things down this way. I just need so much influence to attach things, attach cities. I could set up another city over here, I guess. $10, $15, $9, $19. $10, $15 feels good. I'm just gonna set another outpost. That's fine, right? Okay. You... Oh, this is actually a dead end. Okay. Fine. Okay. You are gonna make your way down this way. You are gonna make your way up here. Scout this last bit. You are gonna stay on the high ground. Ooh, a curiosity. Guess we should go for that. All pickups are important. Ah, there's one as well. Okay. Fine, we're just gonna keep harvesting here. I think this is a choke point. I'm not sure if this connects on the left. It might. But I have to scout that. Okay. Okay, we're slowly claiming these territories. But I think I should pause here in terms of claiming new territories so I can keep attaching them. So for now, you just stay on the high ground and keep watch of the terrain. Oh.
Come over here.
Have to go around the deer. Fine.
Follow me. Come over here. Follow me.
Okay. Revealed. Irrigation research. Nice. Then you're going there. Each pickup makes me more powerful. How's our relations here?
You dare come to me now?
Okay, so their war support stops at 80. So their default war support is 50, bonus from affinity is 30, so they just default at 80. But mine, because I have a grievance, is +3 ongoing forever, so I'll be at 100. Now, if they declare war on me, that means we get the passive war support, and there's no way they would even get to our cities before... Oh, look at this corridor on the river. There's no way they could even get to our cities before the war support ends. So we should be pretty safe. We just need them to declare war on us. Is it safe passing through this region? Maybe. Urgent affairs, land of the dead. For hundreds of years, the dead of Haojing have been laid to rest in burial sites within or close to the city's borders. Now, however, with fast rising population and many dying every moon, these sites are becoming overcrowded. Forced labor. Plus industry minus stability, quartermastering, +10 food for 15 turns, plus 20% on land unit and naval unit industry cost. Alignment, this pushes it pretty far right, but still in the same section. This is basically free food because I am not building any units, right? Default 80 means they can declare a legit war at any point. Oh, that's a good point. They have 2 bonuses, which makes it default 80, which means they can always declare a legitimate war. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. It's free food. As long as I don't train a unit. Which is fine, because I'm spending the next 6 turns on this obelisk. The obelisk just replaces the stone circles, right? The curiosity. Good amount of money. Okay, their borders are very close here. There's a unit, but we have 3 that we're damaged, but With some clever tactics, I could piss them off a bit. Ooh, curiosity. Old horde, nice. Yeah, you're just gonna sit right there. Because I don't want to expand anymore. Just need some vision. In case something shows up. Okay, you are making your way down here. You are grabbing that next.
Follow me.
So I can't declare war. But let's just look at them from the high ground. Right? Let's see what they do. I still got 1 full health. I'm going to station you there. Okay, we got 240. We need so much more influence to attach what we want to attach. 345. I want to attach this because it's got lots of food and enables my horses. We do have no copper though. Is that another? Yeah, these empty territories are starting to fill with hostile independent states. So barbarians are gonna just be a problem. Alright. I have 99 war support. Yeah, but I want him to declare war on me, so we have the extra passive war support. Because no war is actually gonna happen. Right? No war is gonna happen. We're too far away from each other. I want him to declare war on me. Because if I declare war on him, then he gets the passive boost. Right? It's... And then he'll guaranteed win. I can start picking off his units one by one. Well, I don't feel like I'm confident with basically 2 scouts here. Right? So I don't want that to happen. So I'm just gonna station this guy right here. Until I get more units down. Nice. A new wonder can be claimed. Mycenians accepted one of my demands. Oh, they settled something. Okay, do I want to claim a wonder? Probably not right now because I'm saving my influence. And it'll cost 250 to claim a wonder. Plus 10 health regeneration on unit. .40 stability.
So be it. We will meet your demands.
See, they fulfill the demands, which means they get more.
I suspected that you would acquiesce.
I suspected that you would acquiesce. So they pushed it up to 90. So yeah, our war support... Oh, because they fulfilled it, now I'm -1. Oh dear. Yeah, I cannot declare war on them. Only trade luxuries. You know, maybe they could be friends? This UI is actually a lot clearer than before, right? What can I counter?
Demonstrate genuine fairness, and anything is possible.
Wait.
This works. You have a deal.
I can only say that this is excellent.
I didn't read. What does counter do? What does counter do? I didn't read the I asked for money? Oh. So basically they did it for money. How much money do I have? 815! How much did they give? Oh, okay. I've gotten so much money out of them. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna stare at each other for a while. I'm kind of blocking his passage through here. So it's still annoying. Are these all luxuries? Yeah, this is just a whole ton of gemstones in the middle. So much. That's the nearest copper. That's the nearest copper? That's pretty insane. Oh, Phaistos has just set up right here. Okay, the barbarians are starting to oh, they're everywhere. Oh no. We're gonna have to start dealing with that. Huh. Okay, we're gonna bring you back. Is that really the... No. This way. That can't be the shortest path. Down that way? Because of the rivers? Well, okay. We're gonna bring you back to train better units. Because we gotta start dealing with these guys. Masonry researched. Nice. Let's just start bribing these guys. I guess I'll use this money to get Phaistos as my second city. And it's not a great city location, but... start assimilation. Yeah, we need to get it up there. Let's spend some money. Get Phaistos on our good sides, but we're gonna need to train some more stuff. Okay, new tech, new tech. This needs copper, right? Yeah, without copper we can't get our unique unit. Well, I could... Spearman needs copper. Forges need copper. Barracks needs copper. We have no copper. So the map generation can leave you in a bit of a weird spot. I guess roads is still worth it, but let's grab writing, fishing, wheel. Culture's solid throughout my empire.
Devotion and respect for authority. Good. Just be careful of fanaticism.
I built a holy site. Okay. What's the best play here? I can attach another territory soon. I guess there's no rush for the horses. I could... I can't claim that. If I claim that, build a garrison, I can set up a spawn point. +2 food on river. I mean, I am on a river. I guess I should boost food and then train some units. That makes sense, right? Okay, you're continuing to go down this way. We've got one more bit to scout here, but I think this is dead end. Right, I don't think that's connected. So if I get some units down here, I could try trap him in down there. Oh, there's a lot of room down there. He's got plenty of room. Wait, geez, he's down here and he's up here. City pop 7. We're just a little bit ahead. I can attach 345 here to get that on board. Alright, let's attach that. That's now attached. Estate stars, we're gaining. Scientist stars. Where are we on the leaderboard? We're third. We're third. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're a couple stars behind. But we're doing okay. Our rival down there is only at 300 fame, but he's also at 2 stars. Okay. Alright. In terms of expansionists, builder stars, merchant, scientists, militarist, I guess I could farm. These outposts are getting us quite a lot more population, so we could start working towards agrarian stars. Right? So you can now disband. Focus on food. Start training. I should get an archer and a warrior. Another archer. 2 archers and a warrior should be able to deal with most things. Probably not siege a city, but... this here... Yeah, I should throw... Oh, it costs 78 to start bribing these guys. I'm already gaining influence at all of these guys. Oh, if I could turn this into a city, I could claim this territory. Ooh. Wasukani might be a good city to make. Why are they all aggressive? Couldn't one of them be peaceful? I could conquer them, but I don't... Can you wipe these cities off the map? I just want to trap blue down here. Like, that's a cliff there. So if I stand around here, I could block them in there as well. Just gonna try and annoy them. Urgent affairs. The pecking of poultry. Think you can conquer them, then abandon the cities? You beat them, then you raise them. Can I use my patronage to take them over, then raise them? You can try set up an outpost in that copper area, then spend influence to get the copper while still being an outpost. Wait, you can do that? Okay, hold on. Celebrating plus stability, fanatical plus faith, learning plus science. This pushes us off into reason, but I think I can take it. We've got enough stability. Let's do that. So wait, where is the copper? Here. In this region. Okay, I'll... Once they're yours, you can raise them or destroy them. Where is the raise button? Cannot be done to a capital. How do you raise a city? I've never raised the city before. Where is this? Right, you guys are going this way. Oh, these guys are moving. Oh. Where are they going? Oh, there's so many curiosities here.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm assuming blue hasn't actually scouted much of anything. 158 influence to claim another territory. Okay. I'm just gonna go look at the copper. You ransack? Oh, you ransack. Oh, you raise it with military units. Okay. Okay, we're heading towards... Oh. Nice old horde. This copper is literally the nearest copper. It's pretty huge. If I could... Yeah, this tile is actually... Okay, let's spend a bit more money here. Let's just try get this patronage over. Tolerant. Unknown current relation. Oh, this is... Wait. Is this being influenced by someone else? Who is... Pink? How is Pink influencing these things? Okay, let's... I want this one. This is the one I want to be... How are they influencing this? Pink is influencing these independent states, and I don't know why.
Off we go.
Oh, no, it's there. Oh, he moved back. Okay. Skip. End turn. These cities don't need to be connected to each other, right? $195 influence. Okay.
Keep an eye on.
Is this game fun? I need to know if I should get it tomorrow. Bellabex. I don't think I can tell you if this game is fun for you. I enjoy it. But I mean it's a alternative historical 4X strategy game. Like combat works a certain way, civics work a certain way, there's a tech tree. Do you like these things? I'm not sure. If you do want to get it, you can go to gamezack.com/nexus or gamezack.com/humble and you can support the channel and buy the game. I mean, there is a tech tree. There is civics, which is more of this kind of A-B choices trees. There's a religion mechanic with tenets and levels of bonuses you can get there. There's diplomacy with relations, trade, treaties through this, and crisis for grievances and stuff. War is based on war support than anything else. You don't have to conquer the enemy to conquer them, you just have to deplete their war support, and you need to have war support. Units are stacked into armies. Battles are take the stacked armies and spread them out into an arena like a tactical game, which is a solution to many problems. These guys just pacing here.
Debate and discussion are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions of thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
Nice. Reduce the influence cost of civics. Nice. Market quarters, food market, house of scribes. Scientist star unlocked. And we're gonna get the estate star and the agrarian star soon enough. So I can just outpost this, right? Like, I guess, I don't know if this is a good choice to do, but copper is very important. Can you, if I build an outpost here, can I get the copper back? How do you, I've never done a remote thing like that. Is that possible? It worked in closed beta? Like, doesn't the area have to be attached to the city? Well, let's do it. I'm just gonna set up right next to this copper. See what happens. And we've got 2 units to defend it. You pay with influence for the extractor. Oh, okay. So I've got a remote copper outpost, which is gonna help a lot. Ah, look at... There's like a big barren wasteland of no resources here. It's all grouped up over here. Got a good number over there, and a good number over here. So it seems like the way resources are distributed through the world map is in clusters. Like here. Like, all of this is pretty worthless, right? There's nothing here. It's just empty. Urgent affairs. The flooded lands. Ooh, I've got lots of money, so I should protect. This pushes things further into progress. But chance of good consequences. Let's spend the money. Now, if I do want a city, I want it to be this one. How's our influence? Back up top. Nice. So, yeah, I'd want to turn that into a city. Then we could just straight away attach this copper into this city, if anything. There's also horses right there. And then all these luxuries. This is actually a great spot for a city. Wasukani. I'll try and influence them into being mine. Okay, I have an archer. Good. I gotta start defending against all of these guys. Yeah, let's build up an army first. Station. You are gonna station right here. Oh, setting up this outpost means I can heal? Oh, we can heal here. If that's the case, I could bring these scouts back. You can't... Can you go this way? Oh, you can. Okay, let's do some army management. I've set up an outpost there, which means I can actually heal my units here. This is a great staging location for an invasion or anything. Oh. They're attacking? Well, alright. Where is the highest of grounds?
Got it.
There and there.
Over this way. Follow me.
I could do that and just... Oh, they could use that. So I should do that and that. If they attack here, they have to attack high ground. If they attack here, I can attack low ground. Smart. Come at me. Technically they capture the flag, but we should be able to wipe them out easily enough. Tactics go a long way in this game.
Strike first. Strike hard.
Nice.
You have something to say?
They attacked me. Demand.
I'm sure you meant no harm, but you must make it right.
Fate will see you punished!
Got my ongoing war demand back in. Nice. I'm just gonna try and harass them like this. They keep attacking me. I'm not attacking them. Because I need to justify why I'm the good guy here, right? They're the bad guys. I'm the good guys. I'm just hanging around. You're attacking me. I'm not doing anything. I'm basically, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Oh, is this your border right here? This one, right here. Just this. This is your border. Nice border. Nice invisible line in the sand. I know how nations work. Okay, cool. I'm just having a look. I'm not. Can't quite see their outposts or cities here. Well, now we're all injured. I should send this guy back to heal for sure. Just has to go to there and then we'll heal. Okay, I'll probably send this guy back to heal as well. Keep 3 stacked here. Okay. You're going back that way. You are merging into here. Nice. Urgent affairs. The Floodlands. Bountiful. Because the Great Dike was constructed in rapid time at your behest and turned it into a lot of food. Fantastic. Which means population should be speeding up. We do have irrigation placed down. How's our influence? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of military units showing up. Why do I have vision here? Oh, because... right. Shared vision. Because our influence is so high. Oh, so wait. I have vision here because this unit is from... Phaistos. Right. Right. Okay, I was like, why do I have vision here? I don't have enough relation on... Wait, I do have enough relation? Thought it said no. Okay, I found a bug. I found a bug. Clicking between these cities shows 68 on all of them, and that's not true. That's not true. I'm gaslighting Blue, yeah. Okay. I actually don't know what our influence is. Because there's a UI bug. Found one. Okay. We always find the bugs. Check the 4th one as well. Oh, right. Yeah, it's stuck on this. Okay. Let's just end the turn and see if that fixes it. Fishing researched. Nice. Ah, I've got vision here. Ooh. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Still +6 a turn. If I spend 15 praise here, I could speed this up a little bit. There we go. 8 a turn. That's pretty cheap. Yeah, this is 14. Let's just... I don't know if they attack us less, if they like us more. But let's get on the good side there. Because Phaistos likes us quite a lot. This place... Oh, let's throw 15 gold at them. Let's throw a bit more gold at them. Let's at least get them liking us, right? I'd go grab these curiosities, but... it seems dangerous. Okay, so outpost relocation, harbor... Wait, I don't have the tech for copper. I went around it because I thought I wouldn't have any. Disable wheel, go for bronze working. And then the wheel. Okay. Then if I can get this city set up, I can stage an invasion from there. And that would be much more useful. And viable. Okay, you are healing. You are done training an army. population 6. All right. Any buildings that give more food? Plus population in 3 turns. Could build a harbor. Gives food and science. Yeah, let's throw down a harbor. Up there. That'll get us more food. End turn. The Mycenaeans yielded. They just keep giving me money. Oh no. Is this gonna be a problem? I'm supposed to send my army over. But it's so hard to travel there. It's so frustrating. There's a curiosity on their city. I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen. Just gonna get them to really like me. I don't think they'll leave me alone. That's not even attached. I guess it's not that important. Oh, these guys are attacking me. Plus 8 a turn. It needs to be 90 to assimilate. I guess I just have to wait 2 turns. Okay, I'm just gonna... Is it wise to do that? No, they'll just attack me and I'll lose the high ground. This is actually better. Ah, there's so many barbarians. What's the strength of these guys? 22? 20. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to try and weather it. Don't think I can... support in time. I can't get back either. Oh well. I've influenced them pretty good. It's just I can't support more cities. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're gonna ransack that, right? 4 turns. I don't think our units can get there in time. So we're gonna lose that, which sucks. Oh, these guys didn't attack. Let's merge these scouts in. This place is 80. I could grab this faster if I pay. It's not worth it. 120 to shorten 1 turn. That's not worth it. These guys just gonna hang out here.
Speak and make it quick.
Yeah, we've been farming money out of those guys. So... how do I stop this? I'm just gonna have to pump units down that way. I need to get a garrison. There's so many units. Agrarian star, nice. So looking at us now, we're in 2nd place. Ooh, 1st places can go to the next era already. All right. Nihal converted to a new religion. Our religion is spreading. Oh, our religion does spawn from our own thing. Culture as well? Oh! Okay, 2 turns for copper. This is... yeah, it needs to be 90 to friendly. You can buy their resources, their armies can be hired as mercenaries, you can assimilate this as independent peoples. This independent peoples will not attack you. Okay, we just have to get them to friendly, and then they don't attack us. Vaistos. So next turn, these people turn friendly. Will they end their ransack? Okay, so if I keep this going, yeah, just get these really high and they won't attack us. Yeah. Okay, we can play a diplomacy game. I don't know if they'll end their ransack, but I'm not gonna get there anyway. Let's grab this curiosity. Okay. I didn't know at friendly they actually stopped. Some parts of the UI, it's not that I'm ignoring it or like not reading. It's that some parts of the UI are small. So for example, there's no highlight when I mouse over this UI, right? So I mouse over here and it says cordial. And that's all it says, right? Only when I mouse over the locked area, this few pixels here, does it say what friendly means. If I look at this one, it will show here, this is cordial, we're currently tolerant, right? So when I was looking at this, like literally 90% of this bar is saying one. Oh no, it does say tolerant if I mouse over there. So I saw cordial, I saw tolerant, I missed mousing over friendly, right? Rather, whenever I moused over it, I didn't realize it was different, right? Indifferent. You and 9 other empires have reached this threshold. It's kind of weird to say. But okay, there we go. They don't attack us if we're at friendly and we don't have to assimilate them or anything. I don't know if they'll cancel the ransack, but we'll find out. We'll get there in one turn, next turn. There's a bear there. Let's see if they cancel the ransack. Okay, we're friendly. They do not cancel the ransack. Cordial doesn't attack. They definitely ransacked us when... This is from... Oh, they're not from there! They all look the same! That sounds really insensitive. Do not take that statement out of context. All of these independent people look the same. No, literally, in the game mechanics, they're all grey with a lightning bolt on them. It's not even them! It's these guys! These guys are attacking me! You guys said, oh, they won't attack you on cordial. And it does say that, but... I'm sure this ransack happened when they were cordial. No, these guys are from here. They need icons or something. Look, all of them have the same symbol. The helmet with the horns. They all are the lightning bolt. But you can't tell exactly which city they're from. As far as I can tell. Unless you click on them. Yeah, see, these are Minoans. These are Kassites, right? So there's no way to tell them apart unless you click on the unit. The thing is, oh wait, no, this is the bug, right? Yeah, there's this bug when you click between things, between independent states, this UI bugs out until you end the turn. Someone's attacking me? Oh, a bear is attacking me. Okay. Did it auto put us on the high ground? Yes.
Come over here.
I should pull that guy back. I should actually put that guy there. Then the bear can't rush either of my archers, even though this is not high ground. I don't know how many unit movement points a bear has. 3. Yeah, so putting the axemen here will block the bear from rushing past, and then we can shoot them with the archers. Nope, I was wrong. I was wrong. He can just spawn right there and then rush up to the archers. My bad. Misanalyzed. Shoot him. Okay, he's dead. I thought I was being clever. I was not. So yeah, it's gonna take like 9 turns to get there. I'm just gonna lose it. I'll reclaim that. So Phaistos, global proximity. Your population feels a kinship with each other. The cost of all positive actions targeting this independent people is reduced. Oh, that's why it's so cheap. Okay, yeah, this is glitching out a bit. No problem. Okay, you will go back to Belenos to reclaim it. Meanwhile, I can assimilate Wasukan. Okay, so this stuff is glitching out. Oh, that reset it. Okay, so this is 91. This is 18. Yeah, I gotta get these people friendlier. So let's just spend a bit more money there. Meanwhile, Wasukani, I can assimilate as my second city.
You have added an independent people to your empire. Will the whole be greater than the sum of its parts?
Second city down. Nice. This is going to be a dangerous location. So let's start with Palisades, because this is our exposed area. Ooh, we get some units as well. Let me transfer 1 to go grab that. Bronze working research. Nice. You are gonna go grab that. I can attach this for 45. Nice. I can then build a copper mine there, and that should actually be the priority. It's gonna take... I can spend 304 to rush it, but it'll take 4 turns. I think that's fine. Then we'll build Palisades. Now I can send scouts into this city. There's 4 slots for food, so I'll use these scouts. Yeah, sure, just split up. And transfer 3 scouts into the city and make them farmers immediately. This warrior should actually group up with the rest of the... What is this terrain? How do I... Oh, okay, yeah, you're going that way. And then waiting right there. Probably should have kept the scouts together. Fine. But we've got access to copper. Yeah, and these independents filling up this space actually is nice, right? We're still keeping an eye on these guys down here. There's a... But I think with the second city, we're good to go. These guys, 32... don't think I want to rush this much more. These guys are a long ways away, so okay. We're just gonna lose that territory. That's fine. Yeah, it's done next turn. Can I go this way? No, I have to conquer the city. If I want to walk through... Can I? Oh, the city tile is actually there, so I can't walk this way anymore. I can walk through the territory, but I have to go this way. +6. These guys might attack me, but we should be okay. Okay, so you are disbanding into my city. Make sure we focus on food, focus on food, focus on food. Your next turn, your next turn. Let's join the armies. How's stability in the city? Going down to 49. Okay, we gotta be careful of stability here. one can go back to industry. Okay. This is working out. This continent looks good. Urgent affairs. A game of prophecy. With the Empire thriving, a new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles the population. Everywhere you go, the distinctive game board and pieces catching your eye. So I could... If this prophecy is spread, the results could be devastating. Overlook is defiant, minus stability. This is -2 science. This is cost 80. This shifts us one step to the right, back to the middle. So actually, this is better. -80 gold brings our alignment back to the middle a bit more. Yeah. Okay. I lose Belenos. I was ransacked. Okay. Religious conversion started. Converting to animism. Oh, I see. The independent peoples follow animism. But with this city here, we should be able to start spreading things around. So this scout goes into the city. Disband. Another one onto there. And there's no more slots for farmers. If I want to access these, I should claim this next territory, because then it unlocks this territory from this connection here, this territory from here. And this has 1, 2, 1, 2, so that would get us plenty, like infinite gemstones. And technically I could claim that as well. Okay, so join these armies. I want to claim... This will eventually join the city. 53, okay. So I want to boost food production. 15 food there. Yeah. Gonna found an outpost, attach it to this city. Copper mines coming down. Stability should hold. Gonna station until we can boost population. Okay. Can I bribe the ransackers to walk away? Can you do that? Was that an option? We're at 100 with the Minoans. We're going a little slow, but still gaining on Medes, yeah?
Your first harbor. Fishing, trade, voyages of exploration. You will see many things out of this tiny window onto a huge world.
Oh, look at the setup. So we have a harbor. So we can build a fishery to get even more food out of that harbor. Stability here is still fine. I should probably build another Confucian school. 16 science over there. So we'll build a fishery, then another Confucian school. Get more science going. I think I should spam around some Confucian schools, actually. It also boosts stability. So while I have this going... Oh, that's only +6. Not quite as worth it, but... I guess still good. It'll give us tons of... Yeah, just queue up Confucian schools. Alright, we're actually playing a science game. Still haven't attached this territory, but that's fine. Oh, grab that. Nice. You know what? Go the long way to grab that. That makes it worth it. Urgent affairs. The descendants of kings. A filthy, wretched man has come to your empire claiming to be a descendant of one of the ancient rulers of Wasukani. Right. Swift on units. +1 land speed. Parsimonious, plus money minus science. Celebrating on Haojing. Which one of these? None of these messes up anything. So I guess redress. So I get the faster units. That's actually useful. Okay. This is coming down in 4 turns. We're getting copper next turn. And then we're building palisades. Okay, copper has been acquired. So now I need to... I have 1 copper, great. Now I need to secure horses. So to secure horses, I either take this territory... Would it actually be faster to take this territory instead of this one? Because attaching this will cost 945. Okay, we're not getting that anytime soon. Let's try attach this horse's territory. And maybe we can secure that a little bit faster, right? Yeah, for now you build palisades. Or you just get it from the outpost in the top right. I guess you can just... 45. Right, I keep forgetting you can do this. Yeah, that works. I've got horses. I keep forgetting you don't have to attach the territory. Okay, we've got horses. Which means I am now currently getting a wheel for the Zanshi and roads. And I can build an invasion force. Division by zero. Zero is a concept of incredible power. A philosopher from the intellectual quarter of Awasukani convinced you and the rest of the court. So, overproductive in cities for 15 turns. Scribes. Prosperous, money. Bountiful for food. Do I want +5 industry, +15 money, +5 food? I think food is always good. It's just, it'll help boost population everywhere, right? Build the stars. I need to build 1 more district. So I do have, so I'm building this fishery. Then I have Confucian schools lined up. So yeah, we'll get that, no problem. How's our relations here? 50, still going +8. Relations here, 56. I'm gonna bribe these guys again. I just want them to leave me alone. Because they stop attacking me... Oh, they stop attacking at tolerant. Really? As soon as it's tolerant, they stop attacking you? But wait, I'm very certain these guys raided me when they were tolerant. Right? They were definitely tolerant. Right? Because it was at like 16 or something when they ransacked me. Or maybe it was just a weird turn thing. But it's nice that you can play the diplomacy game to get them to leave you alone. Most of our money has come from these pickups. Okay, so now, how much will this cost? 60. Okay, make your way back into that territory. We want to reclaim that. Over this side, we're gonna step up onto here and maybe claim this territory. There's no particular 16 food, 10 food, 13 production. That's pretty good. Yeah, found an outpost right here. Just so I can boost this city a bit and have, you know, like 4 districts, 4 regions attached to this city. Okay, so I should be... Yeah, I'm gonna be cordial with everyone, all of these at least, up here. So they should leave me alone at cordial. So we should be good to go. Right? Need one more tech for the scientist star. Okay, there we go. Population loss. Oh, here. Scientist star has been earned. Lost a pop here. But they're 4 out of 4. Okay. So, we're just 1 star away from being able to go to the next era, and we are currently 3rd. By quite a margin, jeez! How is first 1700? And you see a couple cultures have gone to the next era. Okay. Yeah, this difficulty level I think is very much my difficulty level. Okay, so you're now set up here. I guess you are gonna be... There's no more slots for farmers here. There was something that gave a farmer slot, right? Granary. Then I could turn the scout into a... Not the population. For now, you 3 are gonna defend this city. It'll keep stability higher with the units there as well. Okay, and now I think I get organized warfare for barracks, battering ram, and use reinforcements specifically. Okay, we've got like 49 science per turn. Do I want to rush anything? No, I think we just keep the fishery going. I need less money. I can't make that 1 turn, so... Does this change much? 73? That's pretty good, actually. Because I don't need money. Okay. The Egyptians have reached a classical era with the Maya. New wonder can be claimed. I should claim a wonder, shouldn't I? Oh. I can't claim a wonder. Okay. Okay. We'll get enough stars by getting a build a star, a steed star. Yeah, we're not... We'll get that 1,800. Current value 1,500. I guess we get those 2 stars, then we can go to the next era. 345 to attach either of these. Yeah, I should attach this, then we'll get a lot more food in. And I can boost population. 345. Anything going on down here? I don't know, they're not really... Where are they on the scoreboard? 9th? Okay, I think we wreck them quite a bit, which is good. So if they're bottom of the scoreboard, we should go conquer them, for sure. Next turn we can attach another territory. Everyone's good, yes, 96. That might be bugged. Yeah, that's bugged again. How do I... If I click on that, does that fix the bug? No. Fine. 4 turns for this. We need another 200. The Huns from the Hittites. Population gain. Oh, they're in the way. Let's claim a territory. Yeah, this one will get us the food. Nice. And now with that much food, I can step you guys out. Actually, I didn't need to step him out. What am I doing? Just need to send him in and disband. Whoa, I misclicked. Okay. And with that food, yeah, we've got another pop. Oh, attaching a territory allows more food to go in as well. More farmers to go in, rather. 7 pop. Yep. Palisades coming down, and then granary. And then... I think that's the plan. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's have 2 with an archer each to assist. So let's do that. Nope. Click. Cancel. Click. That's an army. Worthy of Mordor. You are skipping. Alright. Organized warfare researched. Nice. What do I go for next? Oh, sailing's the only choice? Okay, I have to go to the next era because I can't research anything else. 56 science a turn, that's pretty good. This is done in 2 turns. Nice. Where are these guys from? Oh, they're those guys that ransacked me. They're still here. I guess I don't need to claim this territory or anything. Just hang out there for a while. Next turn, I'll get the Estate Star and the Builder's Star. Animal Magic. Cats or ferrets? Okay, this is just one thing that allows you to shift your alignment back in a certain way. Cats it is. Look at that. Shifts us further left. And next turn, we get 2 stars. Right? Yes. Nothing's going on, right? Oh, those guys are gone. I don't know if blue is up to anything. Up to 1,700. Nice! That's okay. New religion. Great. Remind me later. Build a star unlocked. The seat star unlocked. And now we're back to 2nd place on the scoreboard. And that's the end of the ancient era. Should we continue with the Zhou? The Zhou? Or should we pick another culture? I think this has been a pretty good start. 2nd place on the scoreboard is not bad. Right? Most people are in the classical era. We've exhausted the tech tree in 2 turns until the next era. 2 cities here. Befriended all of the... I think that... I'd assume they're all at 100 now. Befriended all of the independent states there. Assimilated one. We've hampered our southern neighbors. They've risen a bit up to 8th position on the scoreboard, but not doing all that great. With these two cities, I'll probably want a 3rd city up here for these resources. So we have this sort of triforce of cities. That would make sense. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this part. I will be coming back into this game to continue our huge epic adventure. But until then, that's all. Thank you all so much for joining. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy the game using gamersack.com/humble or gamersack.com/nexus to buy Humankind or any other game. Thank you so much if you do use either of those links. Otherwise, click the button on the screen right now if you're watching on YouTube to see so much more. gamersack.com/humankind for the playlist of Humankind videos. Alright? Alright. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. The next part, we go to the classical era. Bye guys. Bye.